All right, and we are starting part two here. You can go back to part one and see why this is split up into parts this time instead of being one giant video like I normally do. On a scale from 1 to 10, how uncomfortable would people on a plane feel if you started speaking Arabic? They would feel pretty fucking uncomfortable. That is a fucking awesome question, and yeah, that would make a lot of people really uncomfortable on an airplane in this country. Um, why are all the houses in the USA made out of wood? I mean, I live in effing Bosnia and we make houses out of brick, concrete blocks, and armored concrete. I find it rather ingenious because that way termites can't eat the place you live in and you guys have hurricanes. There are a lot of brick houses here and a lot of non-wood houses here now. There's also a lot of old houses that are still like I live in an old house. I think my house was built in like the 30s or something. Um, I mean, there's a good mix of houses that are both wood and both not. The part of the country I live in, we really don't get hurricanes or anything like that, so it's not a big deal. But there's a wide variety of different material used nowadays. How much do you want to kill yourself after 60 days of dieting and you still look fat? Fortunately for me, I don't give a fuck how I look, so 0% of wanting to kill myself. Is your father proud of you? Yes, I hope so, Daddy. Preferred periodization method. I like cat training. It's really awesome with recovery and not killing yourself. That said, any periodization with progressive overload is great. I like the juggernaut system as well. I think it's pretty good. I would say those are probably my top two, cat and juggernaut. But like I said, any method with progressive overload, you're not really going to go wrong. Uh, when did you discover you could peck bounce, do the titty dance? I noticed that some men aren't able to do it. Some women can, especially the strong ones. Um, like after 2 months of lifting in high school, I figured I could do it and been doing it ever since. Do ice baths really help with recovery or just bullshit? Again, something I honestly don't know, never looked into it, and I don't do it, so if I answered that question, I'd be lying to you with an uneducated response. After you smash 2K total, what's your next lifting goal? It's really going to depend upon how that 2K total happens and, what happens with my individual lifts. Maybe there's something after that. Maybe not. I do know that when I'm done with powerlifting altogether, the goal will be to lean back down and be much more athletic like I used to be. Um, if you had to pick only one movement, safety squat bar or front squats with a straight bar, which one do you choose? Um, that's a tough one. They're really similar. I'd probably just go with the front squat because it's more of a traditional thing and you don't need the extra piece of equipment to do it. Do you ever use dumbbells for any movements or do any bodybuilding style workouts? I do very, very high rep, low weight hammer curls after every bench session. Um, I do some bent over or one armed rows with them. Uh, that's really it. I don't do a whole lot of benching with them or nothing like that. Do I do bodybuilding style workouts? I would say that the majority of my off season is bodybuilding style stuff. I typically only film like a top set or my top sets of the main movement and upload. There's a lot more accessory work that goes on behind the scenes that are mostly in the like the 10 to 15 rep range with lighter weights, focusing on muscle contraction and stuff like that. And I would say that most good power lifters do run a bodybuilding style off season, or at least work their accessories in a bodybuilding style. Not all power lifters, but most. Reverse hypers seem to appear on just about every fitness channel. Do you do that exercise? Yes. Again, that's one of those things that you don't see on film, but I do them. So many big YouTube fitness faggot personalities work out wearing body compression tights, knee sleeves, elbow sleeves, wrist wraps, headbands, and squat shoes and Dre Beats headphones. Do you think there's a such thing as overdoing it with workout gear? If it's within your budget and it makes you feel better about yourself, whatever, go for it. That said, none of these things are going to do the training for you, and there's a reason why a lot of those guys suck at the actual lifts, even if they look pretty. Not factoring in powerlifting, what do you think is your ideal body weight for health and athleticism? Probably down way closer to 200 pounds, or probably right around that 200-pound mark, somewhere around there. It's been a long time since I've been any sort of lean. Before I started powerlifting, I was kind of skinny fat, just over 200 pounds, playing basketball all the time. So I would imagine like 200-pound me now, after having power lifted, would probably be, decently looking. Probably still wouldn't have abs because fuck my ab genetics. But anyway, I'd probably around the 200-pound mark. Is Steven Seagal the real deal or a fraud? He's a fraud. Is your beard natty? Yes. Somebody, Pike added under their half-horse natty beard. That's fucking hilarious. I haven't shaved since June of 2015, so it's simple. You want to grow a beard, don't shave. That's it. Sorry if this one felt kind of rushed. It's Friday afternoon. I stayed at work late to film this instead of going home and filming it. I'm about to head to the gym now and do some cardio. Thanks again, guys, for all the questions. I'm glad I actually was requested to do this right after I recorded the thread video, which is kind of cool. I'm glad you guys like these. I like doing them, and I don't know, I guess these are kind of going to be more frequent now because everybody likes them, you guys and me. So, peace.